The 12 rules of the divorce journey. Well, these 12 rules don't cover everything that happens in the divorce journey. Of course they don't. But they may create for us some structure, some understanding of some major things we need to pay attention to and to do some emotional work about. So here they are. Rule number 1. Realize the loss and respect the need to mourn and recover. Divorce, especially when marriage was longer and have kids, family, is like a kind of death. We lose something very, very important to us. And usually it is irreversible. It is like death. And we are going to need to mourn and have some serious time of recovery. And we should know this in advance and not to lose patience and not to be frustrated or disappointed if things seem to move too slowly. This is how it works, because it is hard to cope with such kind of loss of death. So realize the loss. Number 2, practice self-forgiveness and deal with guilt feelings bravely. Most important rule. Guilt feelings most of the time are not just not needed, not just exaggerated, but actually serve like a kind of a self-poisoning. Nothing good comes from blaming yourself. Yet, we tend to do it, especially regarding our children. So we need to practice self-forgiveness. We need to forgive ourselves more often. We don't help our children by being guilty. We cannot correct ourselves. We cannot improve. We cannot grow when we are dwelled in guilt feelings. So we need to practice self-forgiveness and take responsibility of our actions and still forgive ourselves and move on. Otherwise, pain will control us and we will not be able to find our new and better way in the divorce journey. Number 3, don't panic when you are manipulated. Just put boundaries. Manipulations and trying to get things from you are, I would say, integral part of certain times of the journey, the divorce journey. Your children may be manipulative, and of course your ex-wife or husband, your parents, family. Many people who don't know how to deal with this complicated journey. Pay attention. Don't get too angry. Just put the boundaries. Stop the manipulations. Know that they're about to come and act accordingly. It's important that you save yourself from overexcitement about this. Realize that it's gonna come or it has already come, and you need to cope with it efficiently. Put the boundaries and go on. Number 4, rest more physically, emotionally, and in all other ways. Divorce journey in many aspects is hard work. You may need to work more. You may need to do some extra work with your children. You have emotional burden. So, in any way you can, even in the middle of the day, rest more. Cherish the need for rest. Your mind needs rest. Your body needs rest. And it's really not easy to be here in the divorce journey. We need you as refreshed as possible. We need you to preserve your energy. Allow yourself to rest. Don't feel guilty about it. Give yourself this gift. Number 5, meet the pain. Be with it and search for the right help if needed. Divorce is painful. It should be painful. There is no way to escape it, and there is no a reason to try to deny it, because once you deny it, the pain stays there and nothing improves. It is painful. As I said, it is a kind of death. We lose something that may be the most important thing in our life, our family. Partially, we lose time with our children. We lose money. We lose many things. So there is pain. Meet the pain. And of course, if you cannot deal with the pain alone, seek for help, coaching, therapy, whatever needed and available for you. But meet the pain. Don't run away, otherwise it will chase you and the journey will be harder for you. Number 6, practice self-love and implement it often and even more than that. We need self-love all times, but especially now. Especially now, after we were involved in breaking a family and maybe becoming more lonely and need to cope with so many new challenges alone, and of course deal with the pain and frustration and manipulation. You need yourself. You need more love inside. Practice self-love. I will show many ways of practicing self-love in other videos and in other texts. Look for it and you will find it. But remember, you need yourself. You need to practice self-love and to implement it as much as possible and even beyond it. Be tolerant with your mistakes and patient for your pace of recovering. You will make mistakes. You will make mistakes. I guess you already have made mistakes, and it's okay. It's part of life. It's part of the journey. Okay? And I want you to prepare for your next mistakes. Okay? I want you to create more tolerance in you for your mistakes. It's crucial. Because when you are more tolerant, you're less guilty. And when you are less guilty, you are more creative. And then you find new solutions to old problems. So you need to be tolerant with your mistakes and acknowledge that some new of them will come later. And acknowledge that divorce journey is a long journey. It's a long trip. Don't rush yourself. Don't be disappointed for things that you haven't improved yet, for things that stay stuck. It's okay. The journey takes time. The recovery takes time. Your soul needs its time. Can you give yourself the time? We are here for you to support you at all times, and we are not in a hurry. Don't be in a hurry. Number 8, honor your parenthood and learn to update it when needed. Many times, I guess most of the times, parenthood is in a kind of a test, examination. There is an earthquake for your parenthood when you're divorced because everything changes. All your tricks, all your tools may not be as good as possible, and now you need to learn new ones. So honor the way you were a parent, the way you will be, and allow yourself to be a student, to learn, to update, because you're going to need to accommodate, to be flexible, and to learn the language of how to be a parent when divorced. It's different than when you're married. I will elaborate in other videos. 9, pursue a meaning and fulfillment, especially now. Don't focus only on the divorce dramas. If you want to give yourself energy, remind yourself that there is a deep and high reason for this divorce. It is meant for your growth. It is an opportunity for you to make a better life and for you to accelerate your movement towards fulfillment. Insist on it. Even if divorce takes energy, and it does take energy, do not forget, You need to fulfill yourself as a way to recover better, as a way to make your divorce journey better, as a way to be a better parent. Okay? Don't stop growing. Don't stop working on your self-growth. Protect yourself from over-involvement in fights with your ex. This is a trap, you know, for many emotional reasons that I will elaborate elsewhere. Many times we tend to get too involved with the fights that our ex invites us to, or maybe vice versa. And many times after a certain time, a certain involvement, it becomes pure damage to both of you. But we're talking only about you. Your ex will have to have their ideas about how to handle the divorce, but you, for your own safety, for your own emotional health, remember, you cannot win most of the fights. No one can. But you can protect yourself. You can say, I stop here, this fight. I don't want to fight anymore today or this week. And it is appealing. It will draw you. It is a trap. Be careful. Protect yourself. Love yourself. Remember, you need the energy for other places. We need to move on. We want to grow. And too many fights delay our growth and recovery. 11. Explore your new love life gradually and with minimum expectations. It may take time. It may take trials and errors. You may have many new kinds of relationships as it fits you. And you may not remarry, or you may marry later, or you may marry, remarry, I don't know. Many things can happen. You may have short relationships, we may have longer relationships. Allow yourself to explore this area, allow yourself to learn new things about the way you love, the way you go to intimacy. Don't rush yourself and don't create too many expectations about this. It will work itself through time. Allow yourself to be in a journey. Number 12, write, draw, dance, play. Find your creative way to heal yourself. Be psycho-creative. If you really want to heal yourself, if you want to recover better, if you want to transform the divorce journey into a journey of personal success and fulfillment, you will need to use some creative tools to give yourself relief, a way to express your emotions, a way to transform your emotions, a way to release yourself from tension. It is important. Many times it is the most important thing, that without it everything is tremendously harder. Now you are divorced. You may have new spare time. Look for your creativity. Look for the places that you have passion to create. Maybe you want to play on stage. Maybe you want to draw. Maybe you want to dance, to make sculptures. It is not just fun. It is not just hobby. It is vital for your recovery. These are the 12 rules, and I will elaborate much more about each of them. And of course, you are most welcome to comment, to ask questions, to ask me to focus on certain issues about your own divorce conflicts, and I'll be there for you with more videos.